Thank you, Brooke Cherry. Man, I really appreciate you. Great points, so important. Now, Vanya, just before the break, I was asking you about for buyers, serious buyers, ready to buy now, looking to buy a beautiful home in South Florida. What would you say to those people?
First of all, thank you, Brooke Cherry. The way you outline everything and summarize everything we talk about, it's so phenomenal. We get compliments all day long, so great job. Let's keep it up. Buyers, we definitely still are in a golden period for buyers. I've been saying it for the whole of 2025, and many people have listened, and we've been able to put many people in their homes.
Yeah, you've definitely had a good year with buyers this year.
Yeah, because it's such a golden time for the buyers. I'm beginning to see there were so many buyers who were completely squeezed out of the market. Let's take Pembroke Pines as an example. To get a townhouse in Pembroke Pines a couple of years ago, they would start at close to almost 500,000, and that's a townhouse.
Right.
I'm not even talking about a single family home. They were all in the mid to high 400s.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something called value for money. Am I willing to put all that to own a townhouse just because I want to be in Pembroke Pines?
Right.
Or if I feel that for the same amount of money, I may have to drive a little bit, but I can actually get a full single family home, and my job allows me that flexibility so that I can take this drive,
right,
or I work from home. We were all in those predicaments a couple of years ago.
Sure.
And
that's why Port St. Lucie became so popular.
I would take a lot of credit for that I came every day on the show and showed people the value for their money, and all of those people are very happy right now in Port St. Lucie. Many of them heartedly, willingly wanted to do that, and some said, you know what, I'd rather have a home than to rent, so I'm going to take Port St. Lucie for now. Who knows what happens in the future? Many of them have sold Port St. Lucie and come back to Broward in this market. That's how amazing this market is.
And some are happily still in Port St. Lucie.
Most actually because we always keep in touch with our clients, and they go, even if I was a little bit skeptical before I bought, I'm so happy now that I did, because I have so much peace here, so much yard space. But there's still a lot of people who were waiting to say, and were beginning to feel that, am I squeezed out of the main area? That is Dade, Broward, Palm Beach.
Well, and those people have family down here.
Well, I'll prove it to you. Every sale that we've done in 2025 has been in the Tri-County area.
Okay.
We have done only one in Port St. Lucie. Everything has been here.
Right.
All of these people that felt they were squeezed out, they're able to go in. I'm working with a young lady right now, and I'm so excited. I'm going to be showing her under 400 in the mid 300s, beautiful townhouses in Pembroke Pines.
Talk about the Townhouse though. How many bedrooms are
so
talking about?
The townhouses are ideal as your first home. My first home myself was a townhouse. They're sometimes 2 stories. There are villas who are single story, and they tend to be a bit cheaper than the single family homes, but they make excellent starter homes, because what happens is that they're generally priced lower than a single family home. They have a really high rental value. So when you start your journey the right way, where you start with the townhouse, if that's all you can go for right now, versus going, well, I can't buy a house, I'm not going to buy. Don't make that mistake. Start with what you can. Usually it's a townhouse. And almost everybody who's followed my advice and gone in that track, they, after 2 years, they always rent that townhouse, keep it, and they move into their single family home. Or they sell or refinance it, take the cash they've built up in it, and use it to then buy their dream home.
It's so different when you're dealing with people on a long-term basis, in terms of, we have that experience of seeing people who come to us with just, they have no income, no credit, they're just newly into the country, and we help them establish the process. We show them the way, and the ones that take it up and commit themselves to it, is so amazing to look at them now, where they're, years later, they own more than one property, they're looking to invest in bigger projects. And it's just that process of, if you're ready, We will help you to get there step by step. We're not just looking to do a transaction. We're helping you to create a portfolio over the long run with real estate, and more importantly, understand how to maximize the opportunities in today's real estate market.
Definitely. So what we were talking about is how is it for a buyer in this market? So let's come back to that point. As I was mentioning, areas that earlier had become untouchable have come back, guys. I'm able to find great deals right in the heart of Broward County. A lot. I'm not saying that the market is towards decline. I will never say that. But there's definitely a lot of flexibility in the market right now. The inventory is at a decent place. Now that's a very short window. And over the last year, as we're just ending 2025, I can tell you the window is getting shorter and shorter right now. The properties are not staying that long in the market, which is a clear indication that sooner than later it's going to switch back into the seller's market. Once that happens, we've all seen that. It's out of control. Even though we know the value is 400,000, the sellers ask for 420 because they can, because there's a lot of demand. So
what's going to drive that demand?
The interest rate, the changes in the interest rate, which are very evident that they're going to continue to slowly but surely keep dropping the interest rate. The demand is still there. What happens is, this is how it works. Because of media and a lot of news, people start looking at the general synopsis of the situation as far as the nation. People forget that real estate is very local. And then as some people feel, okay, no, but I'm not going to listen to what is being said. If I find an opportunity, I'll do. The consumer confidence starts coming back. People you know what? Yeah, I know, but I can still buy a house in the fives. I can get a rate in the fives. And because it's a buyer's market, if I'm working with a professional who understands what to do, I can get a lot of seller credit and I can get a lot of lender credit. Most of the people that I've put in the houses in 2025 have not come up with anything more than their down payment. And if anybody has come up with, so basically their entire closing cost has been covered, not by a grant, not by a second loan, not by something that you have to have less income or this and that, just regular people, and not even first-time buyers. Not all of them are first-time buyers. These credits are available for everybody across the board.